Dear students, today we are going to discuss one more essay type question, that is Newton's law of cooling. It's a simple statement and we know, everybody knows what is Newton's law of cooling in our daily life, but we don't know that is Newton's law of cooling. See, if you take a cup of tea, hot cup of tea placed on a table, same cup of tea is placed on the same table in two seasons. One is in summer and the other one is in winter. Let us say the temperature of the hot tea is 70 degrees Celsius. In winter season, the surroundings temperature is, let us say, 20 degrees Celsius. Whereas in the summer, same cup of tea with same temperature, let us say the surroundings ambient temperature is 50 degrees Celsius. We know that in winter it cools very fast. Within minutes it will cool down. Whereas in winter it is so hot, outside is also very hot, surroundings environment is also very hot. It will take much time to cool down. So what you prefer? You take a saucer and pour this cup of tea into that saucer and then you can sip the tea. Why that is happening? So that is explained by Newton's law of cooling. The rate of cooling, so heat energy is indicated by Q. The rate of cooling, the rate with which heat energy is lost given to the surroundings. Rate of cooling means how fast heat is given to the surroundings by the object or the body. Here our object is, our system is cup of tea. The heat lost in a given time is called rate of cooling. So here Q stands for heat, not to be confused with Q. Here small t stands for time. We come across capital T in thermal properties of matter, that is in heat and thermodynamics. This T stands for temperature. So this is the notation. Some people also write theta for temperature. So according to Newton's law of cooling, the rate of cooling, that is dq by dt, is dq by small dt is directly proportional to the difference of temperatures of the body and its surroundings. Let us say the temperature of the object is T. The temperature of its surroundings is Ts. Now the difference. So dq by dt is directly proportional to the temperature difference, that is T minus Ts. Since heat is lost, we will put a negative sign. So I can write minus dq by dt. So heat is lost, it is decreasing, the value is decreasing. I will put a constant k, proportionality constant, k into T minus Ts. So this is the statement of Newton's law of cooling. If you write up to this, you will get more than 2 marks. So here T is the temperature of the body and Ts is the temperature of the surroundings, k is a constant. You can also write this as dq by dt is equal to minus k T minus Ts. So heat energy Q can also be written as Q is equal to ms delta T. What is m? Mass of the object. S is the specific heat of the object and delta T is the change in the temperature. So I can substitute that here. So ms are constants. So this will become, you can write it as delta T by delta T. Delta, I will write once again. So this is ms delta T by delta T. Instead of writing delta, since it is a small value, we write in terms of differential form. So this will become ms dt by dt. Here capital T stands for change in the temperature. So this is equal to minus k T minus Ts. So ms is a constant, you bring on this side, then k by ms is also constant. I will replace k by ms by a new constant. So dt by dt is equal to some constant k prime T minus Ts. So I am writing in terms of temperatures and time. Now here I am replacing Q by ms dt. Here m stands for mass, s stands for specific heat. If you take cup of milk, so you have to consider specific heat of the milk. Now what are the conditions? So state and explain Newton's law of cooling. State the conditions in which Newton's law of cooling is followed. How many conditions are there? The first condition is the temperature difference must be less than 40 degrees Celsius. If the temperature difference is very high, Newton's law of cooling fails. This is the first condition. And the second condition is area of the object or area of the body must be constant. It should not change. Why? If surface area changes, rate of cooling will also change. Just now I told you, you take hot cup of tea in the summer season, what do? You pour it into a saucer. In the saucer, the surface area of the milk or tea increases, then it cools down faster. So while you are considering Newton's law of cooling, you are not supposed to change the area of the body. Right. Next. The object must be uniformly heated. That means the object must have uniform temperature all over its surface. Suppose I take a iron rod. This is an iron rod. If I heat it here only here the temperature will be more, here the temperature will be less. So this is non-uniformly heated. That means the temperature is not constant all over the object. So you are not supposed to have a body or object which is having different temperatures on its different areas. That is not allowed. Now, the fourth condition is heat must be lost. Heat must be lost. Heat must be lost in the form of convection only. What do you mean by convection? There are three types or three methods in which heat transferred from one place to another place. The first one is called conduction. The second one is called convection. And the third one is called radiation. What is the basic difference between conduction and convection? Let us see. Conduction occurs in solid objects. Conduction occurs in a solid object. For example, you take a big iron rod. You heat the rod on one side. So heat goes slowly from one particle to another particle. Heat is passed on from one particle to another particle. This is conduction. What is convection? Convection occurs in liquids plus gases. In liquids or gases, you take a vessel of water, you boil this vessel, you boil the water, you heat the vessel, what happens? So during the boiling of water, the water molecules which are hot or which got heated, they go up, and the colder molecules, they come down. While making tea also, you will see a flower in the middle. That means during the boiling of milk or water or anything or any gas, all the particles also move. They take the heat and they go up. Here molecules or particles are not moving. Only heat is going, heat is passed on from one particle to another particle. Radiation occurs in vacuum. Right. So when I place a cup of tea on the table, if it is a steel cup, so some heat is also lost from this metallic surface. So this is conduction. So conduction is allowed, but conduction must be negligible. This is the condition. If you write these four conditions, at least three conditions. The temperature difference between the temperature of the object and its surroundings must be less than 40 degrees. Area of the object should not be altered during the process of cooling. The third one, the object must have uniform temperature all over the object. And the fourth one, heat must be lost in the form of convection only. For convection only, Newton's law of cooling is valid. Though you may have conduction and radiation, you may have radiation also. So heat is lost in the form of radiation. Radiation means nothing but waves, in the form of infrared waves. So, though there are radiation and convection processes, they must be negligible, then only this is valid. So, these are the 4 or 5 conditions. If you write these 4 or 5 conditions, you will get around 6 marks. Now, in the question there is a problem. A body cools down from 60 degrees Celsius to 50 degrees Celsius in 5 minutes and to 40 degrees Celsius. That means from 50 to 40 in another 8 minutes. Now, he is asking us to find out the surrounding temperature, that is Ts. So, in order to do this type of problems, we must take this formula, that is not the statement formula. You have to take the formula at which we arrived, that is dt by small dt is equal to some constant into T minus Ts. So, while you are doing the problem, I will make it simple, I will make it easy to remember. So, this is temperature difference. So, temperature difference in the sense 60 to 50, from which temperature to which temperature the body is cooling. So, let us write it as T final minus T initial, T final minus T initial, this is by time, this you can remember is equal to some constant k minus times of k. Here this T must be the average T. How to take the average? Average, you know, x plus y by 2, average of x and y. So, Tf plus Ti by 2 minus Ts. So, this is the formula you are supposed to use. This formula is also useful in doing problems in MCET. Is it clear? Now, so object is initially at 60 degrees, then it cooled down to 50 degrees, next it cooled down to 40 degrees. The time taken for this process is 5 minutes and for this process is 8 minutes. So, there are 2 conditions, you will get 2 equations. So, for the first one 60 minus 50, time is 5 minutes, no need to convert it into seconds, is equal to minus k, keep k as it is. So, Tf plus Ti by 2, that is 60 plus 50 is 110, 110 by 2 is 55 minus Ts. This is unknown, that we have to find it out. We have to determine the value of Ts. So, this is the equation 1. So, 60 minus 50 is 10, 10 by 5 is 2. So, 2 is equal to minus k times 55 minus Ts. This is the equation number 1. Now, for the second condition, apply the same formula, 50 to 40, that means 50 minus 40. Oh, it must be T initial minus T final, sorry. Right, T initial is 50, final is 40. So, 50 minus 40, how many minutes? 8 minutes is equal to minus k times average of 50 and 40, it comes out to be 45 minus Ts. So, 50 minus 40 is 10, 10 by 8. So, 10 by 8 is equal to minus k times 45 minus Ts. So, this is 2 5s, 2 4s. So, this is the equation number 2. So, you have to solve these 2 equations. When you should know how to solve 2 equations. Better thing is make 1 by 2. So, 1 is 2 divided by 5 by 4, 4 comes into the numerator is equal to k gets cancelled on division of 2 equations. You will get 55 minus Ts divided by 45 minus Ts. So, this is 8 by 5. So, 8 by 5 is equal to 55 minus Ts by 45 minus Ts. So, you have to do cross multiplication. On solving, you will get the value of Ts as some around 28.3 degrees Celsius. This you can do. So, if you do this problem, you will get around 3 to 4 marks, around 3 to 4 marks. For the remaining, you will get 5 to 6 marks. So, for statement 1 mark, that you should remember. For writing these equations, at least you will get 2 marks. 3 for conditions, you will get 2 marks. At least 2 conditions or 3 valid conditions you should write. then for doing the problem definitely you will get around 3 marks. I think you understood. No need to by heart. Practice one more problem also. Okay. Thank you. We will meet in the next video.